Secretary. You are almost to the end, so congratulations. I just have a couple of questions. Are you aware that the law that was written by this Congress makes it clear that members of Congress are allowed to, entitled to enter any detention?
Representative Crockett, I apologize. I have to run to vote in another committee, Secretary, and Mr. Schmidt will chair, and you will get extra 15 seconds, but I apologize for that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much
Mr.
for your
Chairman.
testimony.
Appreciate it.
Are you aware that the law makes it clear that members of Congress are allowed to enter any detention facility at any point in time in which they choose to?
Yes, I'm aware of the visitation and oversight responsibility, and we work every day to try to accommodate members of Congress while taking into account the safety of those individuals that are being
Let me be
detained
clear.
there.
At any time, correct?
Yes, I understand there's litigation in this area.
No,
too, and so
that's not
we
my
are
question. I'm not asking you
facilitating
about
that.
litigation.
Yeah.
I'm asking you what the law is, because let me put it to you this
There's
way.
an appropriations rider that talks about
Correct,
oversight.
and appropriations
That is
are law,
correct.
because you are asking us to
Correct.
appropriate dollars right now for DHS, correct?
Correct.
And if we do that, you would take that as.
Okay, welcome back, family, to Everyday Rampant, where we break down politics, media, and the moments that reveal what's really happening behind the scenes. Today, as you can see, we have soon-to-be former U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett, who is attacking our beloved KRISTI NOEM, who is the United States Secretary of Homeland Security, and she recently received a promotion, and we'll talk about that later. But what I want to discuss is just the rudeness in all of this questioning, to ask a question and then don't allow the person enough time to respond. And I'm thinking to myself, why is she doing this? And I can only conclude is that she's just taking her frustration out on Secretary Noem. And she's taking it out. Her frustration is that she lost the Senate race. See, soon-to-be U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett is really upset because Texas didn't want her. Texas said no. And Texas is, in that district, consists of a lot of illegal immigrants. And those illegal immigrants who you all gave false IDs to, now they've decided, no, we don't want you. And she did all of this work campaigning for immigrant rights and illegal immigrant rights. Let's just be clear. And defending illegal immigrants who should not be in this country. And I don't care if they had a record or not. If you're illegal, that's a criminal offense. You are criminal. And she did all of this campaigning for them, and they didn't even vote for her. So now she's in here trying to do everything she can to discredit Secretary Noem for no apparent reasons, for no reason at all, other than I'm frustrated and I'm letting my frustration show. So let's continue to listen to this, and we'll continue to talk.
Law, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that is what the law states, yet somehow, myself and another colleague, Congressman Castro, we ended up giving a 7-day notice to the Dilley detention facility because I had actually already gone to El Paso before. And when I went to that facility and I asked them why it was that they were requiring me to do something that specifically my branch of government had dictated was not required, they said it was because of you. They said you were the one that said that they were not allowed to allow us entry unless we gave a 7 days heads up. Is that true?
What's wrong with
The
that?
law specifically states oversight and visitations, and we are working to
My question
facilitate
is,
those. And we're at that
were
time
you,
working
did
to
you
facilitate-
give the instruction that members must give a 7 days heads?
So do we notice how she just cut her off? She's trying to give an answer, and you keep cutting me off. It's like, do you suffer from something where you just can't wait and let me answer?
Heads up or not?
We had a policy in place that allowed us to get.
Were you the one that ordered that policy?
I have a responsibility for ensuring everybody in that facility is going to be safe, and that I have adequate
no, but that's not my
staff
question, because
to
the
conduct
problem,
a tour
let me tell you why we need
and oversight at the
to,
same time.
reclaiming my time. The reason that I'm talking to you about this policy and you're talking to me about safety is because I did go into the Dilley detention facility. And let me tell you, they're not safe. This is why we need to conduct oversight, because your people continue. In fact, you have lost more lives in detention than anybody else. That is your record right now. So I don't expect that y'all are going to be the ones that are going to be best to keep them safe. This is why we are supposed to conduct oversight and not wait for you to give permission. In fact, after I left the Dilley facility, we were informed of a measles outbreak that was taking place in that facility. And another question I have, are you the one that ordered it to be reopened, because that facility was closed under Joe Biden?
Those facilities were opened with the new administration. I'd have to look
Okay,
and
you're
see
part
if
of the
that
new
was-
administration. Were you the one that ordered it to be open, is my question.
I would have to see when it was opened, because I wasn't sworn in until 5 days after.
Okay, well,
it
was
out.
reopened in
So I would
March.
have to-
So here's the thing. There's no credibility saying that this facility was closed under Biden. Of course, Biden closed the facility because he was allowing illegal immigrants to come into the country. And why? Because he needed them to vote. A lot of them got driver's license illegally. Just check out the video I did about Kentucky and what they were doing down there, and what has been done in all of these blue states, all of these so-called sanctuary cities, giving illegal immigrants IDs that they're not supposed to have because they're not legal citizens. So yeah, we're going to reopen the facility. Why? Because we have more people that we have to house, put into place so we can deport them. They're not here to stay. Biden wanted them to stay. We want them out. The American people have spoken. We want illegal immigrants out of this country immediately. We're not saying immigrants, we're saying illegal immigrants. And that's the key word that we all need to be reminded of. Let's continue.
It was reopened in March of last year.
Well, then I'm sure that contract would have been renewed while I was secretary.
Speaking of contracts, as I have, actually, you know what? Let me continue on this line of y'all breaking the law. Are you familiar with a child by the name of Liam Ramos?
I am.
See, this is the unprofessionalism that I just don't like about her. She's questioning the Secretary of Homeland Security, and she throws out, you all are doing illegal activities. And it's as if criminal activities. And I'm thinking to myself, first of all, you haven't proven that something they did was criminal. Nothing you've said has indicated it's criminal. Maybe there is some things to do to better the facilities, but we're not trying to make the illegal immigrants comfortable. They should be in discomfort so they'll go back home and stay and never return again. So, yeah, this whole you guys are criminals, it's like, what? Like, you haven't presented any facts, any evidence to support your narratives, and you're just throwing out saying anything because that's what you do. But probably that's why she lost her election as well. Let's continue.
All right, so Liam was at this Dilley facility, and it just so happened that we had put in our 7 days notice, and y'all had grabbed him 6 days prior to our visit. So we were able to go and visit Liam. Are you aware of the court order that came down that released Liam from custody?
I am.
And are you aware that the judge said the case has its genesis in an ill-conceived and incompetently implemented government pursuit of daily deportation quotas, apparently even if it requires traumatizing children? This court and others regularly send undocumented people to prison and orders them deported, but do so by proper legal procedures. Are you aware of that?
Yes, and I would disagree with the judge on several
I'm
points
sure you would,
in
but can
there.
you tell me whether or not
That
you have a law
father-
degree?
Father chose to.
Can you
to
tell
have
me whether or
Liam
not you
be
have a
with
law
him.
degree?
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about again. You can't have a professional, civilized conversation with her because she's always going for these I got you moments. It's okay to agree to disagree, but if you're going to ask a question, allow the other person to speak. It's kind of like common courtesy. This is something that you learn when you're in elementary school, not to talk over people. That's why they had raise your hand and then speak. You're asking a question, she's trying to answer it. And again, here you go being combative. Now, are you upset with her, or are you truly, this is your behavior because you lost the Texas Senate race, and now you're trying to, sharpen or polish your image that has now been tarnished because you lost. And you lost again to the community who you were defending, several illegal immigrants, and now they're saying, we didn't want you either. So this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a frustrated woman who's attacking someone who has done an amazing job as our Secretary of Homeland Security. She's done an amazing job, and you are attacking her over illegal immigrants. Here's the thing with the kid. Personally, me, no, I don't. Personally, me, if you're illegal, you're illegal, whether you are an adult or a child. I think the child should be placed with their family, but all of them have to be deported. Children should not be off limits if they're illegal immigrants. They're illegal immigrants. And it's not the United States' fault that the parents broke the law, brought the children over here, and now we have to bear the burden as taxpayers. Sorry. It's not our fault. It's not our problem. And we can't sit here all the time crying over, the kids, he was put in the detention center. Maybe it should have been another detention center where families can sit and wait until they're deported. I think that's a better solution. But definitely not feeling sorry because a kid, unfortunately, is an illegal immigrant and their parents broke the law, and therefore these are the punishment. You have to go back. We can't keep the children too. Who's going to take care of them? The taxpayer again. But let's finish this conversation.
If I have what?
A law degree.
No, I do not have a
Okay,
law degree.
and you do understand, because I can go through a bunch of court cases and orders that I disagree with from the Supreme Court, that ultimately, that is the order of the court. That is what you follow, and if you have an issue, you appeal it up, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. The court went on to say, apparent also is the government's ignorance of an American historical document called the Declaration of Independence. 33-year-old Thomas Jefferson enumerated grievances against a would-be authoritarian king over his nascent nation. Among others were, he has sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people. He has excited domestic insurrection among us, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us. He has kept us among, in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. Are you aware that he wrote that? Do you know that he was writing about ICE that falls under you?
The judge?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. With that, I will yield, but I do have 2 UCs. The first.
Okay, so now as you can see, our Secretary of Homeland Security, she never got a chance to really articulate or answer a question because, of course, Jasmine Crockett, she does what she always do. She wants to be loud. She wants to overtalk people. She wants to make everyone think because she's the loudest, she's right. When 9 times out of 10, she's always wrong. So, Rampant Family, let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Remember to make sure that you like the video. Share this with someone who wants to understand what's happening in our politics right now. And remember, hit the notification bell so you're notified when a new video is uploaded. And remember to remain curious, stay bold, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.